You ever felt like someone just won't leave your mind, no matter how hard you try? Like their name, their face, or their voice keeps showing up again and again, almost as if something bigger is happening behind the scenes? Well, what if it's not random? What if there are real psychological reasons, or even hidden emotional connections, that explain why this person stays in your thoughts? In this video, we uncover 5 surprising things that might be happening to that person when they're constantly on your mind. Some of these signs are backed by psychology. Some are rarely talked about, and one of them might change how you see your connection forever. By the end, you'll understand the real reason your mind keeps going back to them, and what it means for both of you. So stay with me till the end. This one might open your eyes. Welcome to Psychology Zone, your space to explore the mind and human behavior. If you enjoy deep psychology insights like this, make sure you subscribe and join our community. Sign 1, they're also thinking about you. Have you ever wondered why one person refuses to leave your mind, even when you try to distract yourself? And just before we go deeper into the other signs, it's important to look at one simple truth that many people overlook. Sometimes the reason you can't stop thinking about someone is because they're quietly thinking about you too. Psychologists say that when someone thinks about you often, their behavior becomes more obvious than their words. You may notice they reach out more than usual, even for small things. They might text you first, just to say something simple like, "How's your day?" Or they reply faster, with more interest and warmth in their messages. Have you ever seen someone try to make plans with you again and again, even when the last plan just ended? They look for excuses to stay connected, sending a reel, a random thought, or a late-night message. You can feel their eagerness even if they're trying to hide it. And when you meet them in person, their body gives them away even more. They lean in when you speak, almost without noticing it themselves. Their shoulders turn toward you, showing focus and emotional pull. Their eyes stay on you a little longer than normal, with a kind of quiet curiosity. Have you ever caught someone staring and then quickly looking away? These nonverbal signs reveal what their mouth doesn't say. A soft smile, a shift in posture, a warm look when they see you walk in. All of it comes from thinking about you long before the moment happens. And the more they think of you privately, the more their presence changes around you publicly. Their attention sharpens, their energy rises, and their interest becomes clearer each time you interact. Sometimes, your constant thoughts about them are not one-sided at all. They might be a reflection of their thoughts echoing back to you. Sign 2, their thoughts influence your feelings or energy. Have you ever felt a sudden shift in your mood, like an unexplained warmth or a wave of emotion that came out of nowhere? And right before we dive into the deeper layers of this topic, it's worth exploring a possibility many people quietly believe in. Some connections don't need words. They create energy signals instead. You may feel a sudden heaviness in your chest, or the opposite, a strange calmness you can't explain. Sometimes it feels like someone is thinking about you intensely, and your body reacts before your mind understands it. People who study emotional energy say that thoughts can travel in subtle ways, almost like invisible vibrations. Have you ever experienced goosebumps while sitting alone, even when the room wasn't cold? These moments can feel like tiny emotional whispers reaching you from far away. A warm feeling in the stomach, a tingle on your skin, or a sudden need to smile without a reason. Some even describe a soft buzzing feeling, almost like your body is reacting to something you can't see. And then there are the physical signs people often ignore, like sneezing for no reason, a quick shiver, or a sudden sensation that someone just thought of you. Your mind picks up these signals quietly, and your body responds with small, unexpected reactions. It's like their thoughts knock on your energy field, and you feel the impact even when you're not aware of it. Have you ever felt a sudden, emotional pull towards someone without any trigger around you? That pull can be a sign that their thoughts are reaching you. These subtle waves of energy don't come from nowhere. They often come from someone whose mind is already on you. Sign 3, synchronicities and subtle reminders. Have you ever noticed how one person suddenly appears everywhere in your life, even when they're not around? And just before we go deeper into the next signs, it helps to understand a strange but fascinating idea. Synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that feel too perfect to ignore. Maybe you keep hearing their name in random conversations, or a song that reminds you of them plays right when you're thinking about them. You might pass by places you once visited together, or see objects that instantly bring their memory back. Have you ever opened your phone and seen something that connects directly to them, almost like a quiet nudge? These moments often feel like the universe is trying to tap your shoulder. Some people believe this happens because of an energetic or spiritual connection between two people. It's like your minds are tuned into the same frequency without trying. Others say it's your subconscious becoming more alert to anything related to them. When someone means something to you, your brain highlights every detail connected to them. You might notice a repeated number, a familiar smell, or a specific phrase you associate with that person. Even random strangers may mention things that link back to them without knowing it. Have you ever had a day where everything somehow circles back to one person? These synchronicities feel small, but they often reveal how deeply your mind is connected to theirs. Sign 4. Vivid dreams and subconscious encounters. Have you ever woken up from a dream and felt like that person was still right there with you? And before we move into the deeper patterns of the mind, it's important to look at what your dreams might be trying to say, because sometimes the strongest connections don't show up in your daytime thoughts. They show up at night. You might dream about someone again and again, even when you haven't spoken to them in days. These dreams can feel strangely real, as if the conversations actually happened. Sometimes the emotions inside the dream hit harder than anything you feel when you're awake. Have you ever felt love, sadness, comfort, or longing in a dream that stayed with you the whole next day? Psychologists say that recurring dreams are often tied to strong emotional bonds or unresolved thoughts, but many people also believe that dreams can be a meeting place for spiritual or energetic connections. It's like your subconscious pulls them into your sleep because your waking mind thinks of them too often. And sometimes it feels like they are the ones who stepped into your dream, not you inviting them. These dream moments can feel like brief encounters, sharing a smile, having a conversation, or just being near each other. You might wake up with a warm feeling in your chest, as if their presence lingered. Or you might wake up confused, wondering why the dream felt clearer than reality. Have you ever opened your eyes and felt the dream version of them was somehow more honest or emotional than real life? Some dreams even carry a strong emotional impact. A hug that felt too real, a look that felt too deep, a moment that felt too familiar. These dreams don't come out of nowhere. They often appear when someone has a powerful space inside your mind or your heart. Sign 5. Persistent thoughts. You can't stop thinking of them. Have you ever tried to focus on something else, yet their face keeps slipping back into your mind? And before we move toward the final message of this topic, it's worth looking closely at why their presence feels so constant inside your thoughts. Sometimes thoughts don't appear because you choose them. They appear because they refuse to leave. You might be doing something simple, like eating or scrolling your phone, and suddenly they show up in your imagination. Their voice, their smile, a memory, or even a moment you barely noticed at the time. These thoughts don't wait for your permission. They just arrive and sit with you. Have you ever felt frustrated because you didn't want to think about them anymore? Psychologists say this can happen because of overthinking. Your brain keeps replaying certain moments, hoping to understand something deeper. It repeats memories, conversations, and small details trying to make sense of your feelings. Another reason is rumination, when your mind circles the same thought again and again. This happens especially when a person carries emotional weight in your life. But here's the interesting part. The more you try not to think about someone, the more your brain pushes their image forward. This is called thought suppression. When you tell your mind, don't think about them, your brain does the opposite. It highlights the very thing you're trying to avoid. Have you ever tried to distract yourself, yet they still appear stronger than before? This persistence can reveal a deeper attachment. It means they have carved a space inside your emotional world without you realizing it. Your subconscious may be holding on to them, even when your conscious mind tries to move on. And when someone takes up that much room in your thoughts, it often means they play a much bigger role in your inner life than you expected. Their presence in your mind is not accidental, it's meaningful. Have you ever felt someone's presence even when the room was completely empty? And before we explore how to ground these feelings, it's important to acknowledge that many people experience a more spiritual side of connection. Sometimes it shows up as intuition, a quiet pull towards someone without any logical reason. You might feel a soft warmth around you, almost like invisible energy brushing against your skin. Or you sense a gut feeling that they're thinking about you at that exact moment. Some people even describe subtle touches, like a light pressure on the shoulder or a gentle tingling in their hands. Psychics interpret signs like these as energetic messages. Noticing a specific animal, hearing their name from nowhere, or feeling a sudden wave of positive warmth. Have you ever felt these strange signals and wondered why they felt so real? But not everything mystical is actually magic. Sometimes your mind creates patterns because you're thinking about them too much. This is where psychology steps in with something called perseverative cognition. When your brain stays stuck on the same person or feeling, overthinking can turn small emotions into constant loops, leading to rumination and anxiety. Have you ever noticed how thinking about them too much leaves you mentally drained? There are ways to bring balance. You can sit quietly and reflect, why are they taking up so much mental space? If possible, talking to them openly might ease the weight. Mindfulness can help calm your thoughts and break the cycle when your mind spirals. And setting healthy boundaries can protect your energy from becoming overwhelmed. When you look back, the 5 signs you experienced, the thoughts, the energy, the dreams, the synchronicities, and the inner pull all carry meaning. Just because someone stays on your mind doesn't always mean something mystical, but sometimes it does reveal a real connection that your heart hasn't fully understood yet. If you noticed yourself experiencing any of these signs, or if someone keeps showing up in your thoughts in surprising ways, we want to hear from you. Have you ever felt a connection like this before? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might resonate with someone else watching. If this video opened your eyes, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss more fascinating psychology insights. Remember, your mind is powerful, and sometimes so is the invisible bond between two people. So stay curious, pay attention to the little signs, and always trust your intuition.